Hello everyone, is here and welcome to another video of Green Dawn. So our previous videos of this game were like a gameplay videos that my brother recorded, and in this video I'm gonna show my character that's almost like 2 levels to be at max level right now. And actually I've completed the game with this character. So I'm gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about the skills, some tips for the game that I've actually see and learned, because it has a big similarity with Titan Quest. If you know that game, that's also RPG game that's very old, but it was actually one of my favorite games, that and maybe the first game I've actually played of this type RPG game. And it has like a very big similarity in a lot of things, because this game is also developed by a few developers that were developing Titan Quest. So yeah, that kind of helped me out a bit with a lot of stuff. So we're gonna talk about the classes, and I'm gonna explain a few things that I think is gonna help out if you haven't noticed those. So let's start. This is actually like a ranger. Um, So first we're gonna talk about the skills. When you create the character and you gain 1 level, which is like maybe the first few minutes when you play the game, you can choose certain classes in the game. And in this video we're gonna talk about Demolitionist, sorry, and I pronounced that very wrong. So as you can see right here, you have a lot of skills. Some of the skills here are like a power ups of the skills of the primary skill, sorry. And in here you have the points available, which shows you how many points. And this is the bar which actually unlocks you the skills. So here I have like a 25 points spent in here, which also gave you a few bonuses. Like in here you can see that it increases your physics, cunning, spirit, health, and energy. Let's say that physics is like a strength, and cunning is agility, and spirit is like a intellect, if we can talk like that, because psychic, physic, how do I pronounce it, sorry, increases your health, attack damage. Cunning increases your critical, I think, with, let's see, yeah, increases your it increases your health and lowers your chance to get critical hit. Cunning increases your physical damage, pierce damage, and duration damage. Also, pierce damage is like a, let's call it like a armor penetration. If you have like a lot of cunning, you can deal more critical strikes and ignore armor from certain mobs that have like a shield or a lot of armor on them. And if you don't have a lot of cunning points, you won't deal a lot of damage on them. And spirit is like a for magic damage, and also energy, which is like a mana which you cast the spells. So here my primary skill is like a fire strike, which deals fire damage and also increases my physical damage. So I'm gonna show you right here. Let's just teleport on some map which have my level mobs. So I'm gonna show you right now. So right now for this skill, this fire strike increases my fire damage. It can also have a radius which deals like a AoE damage, let's say. And this skill, which is explosive strikes, also increases my AoE damage, and it has chance to deal 91 physical damage and also burn damage for 2 seconds. And it has like its 10 level from 12. And here we have static strike, and if you can see, there's like a lot of points, like 50 points. So the game is not still fully developed, it's still in early development, and it has like only 2 acts. So don't be like surprised why I don't have everything maxed here, and why my bar is not like a 50 points here and a lot of skills available. So you can also experiment as like I did. When you level up, you can like put 1 point or 2 points in all the skills, and you test those skills out, and if you like them, you're gonna keep them and upgrade them, and you're gonna remove other skills that doesn't actually prefer your playstyle, it's called. So let me show you how this build works. I'm using only, as you can see, like 2 skills. This is the fire strike, which is my auto attack, which deals AoE damage and blur damage, and I got in this right now in my 31 level, I think. When I hit it, I unlock this skill, which is static strike, which like a CC the mob, deals more fire damage, and it's like a knockdown, as you can see, but that's called like a stun. The mob doesn't move at all for like 1-2 seconds. That helps a lot when you deal some elite. And my other skill is like a bomb, which when you cast it, it explodes and then casts smaller bombs and deal more damage. So this skill is very good for killing more mobs, for clearing, but it has a cooldown for like how many seconds? How many seconds? Let's see. I think it's like a 5 or 6 seconds. 6 seconds, like cooldown. As you can see, I knock back the mob, so it helps a lot when you fight a boss or some elite mob. And right now I can still level up. Maximum level right now is 35. So I just completed the game, got 2 or 3 levels, most from farming, and it's pretty like. Right now it's, I think for me, I don't know if this build is OP or something, but it's pretty easy to clear the mobs right now with this build, because it deals like a AoE damage, you can see. Explosive damage also increases my physical damage, and it has burn damage, which helps you a lot. And also the items that you get have like a specific stats, like this one, which increases my fire damage, which also increases the damage of my fire spells. Fire spells. Right now increases my damage for this spell, canister bomb, and also for my fire strike. And also I have this grenade, but it's like also is like a big grenade, but it doesn't deal fire damage. It deals physical damage. So I use this skill mostly for killing the bosses, because it's like it gets like how should I say, 5th or 6th of their HP, and but costs a lot of mana, I think. Yeah, it costs 158 energy, and I have like 1000, which allows me to cast it like 8 times or 9 times. So I think this build right now is pretty simple, but it also is not that effective if you don't have the specific gear for it, because I was using a very good weapon when I was early level. I got a rare weapon, or yeah. So here green is like a uncommon or rare, and the blue are epic, and the yellows are, let's say, they're like uncommon. Yeah, it's magic, but it's like an uncommon weapon, and it helped me a lot through the leveling and clearing the maps. And as you can see here, I'm gonna cast this again, and it kills every mob at all. And that is because I put a lot of points on it. I maxed it out, and also I used this high impact, which also increases the damage, and it has like 37% a chance to deal 325% physical damage. That's a lot. So yeah, that's most of it. There's like I use only 3 skills. I can't use this. I can upgrade to the max this skill, because of the fact I don't have much points, 40 points, and also the maximum level is 35. So I think I'm gonna wait until the fully release of the game, or the Act 3 of the game, which I think is gonna happen like maybe for a few months. There's like a new patch, which I saw it in the forums, gives more items and more mobs, a new map, and also I think it unlocks Act 3, I don't still know. Oh, there's a rare mob, so I'm gonna show it to you. These are more powerful, but they're not so powerful like the bosses you're gonna have to defeat when you play the storyline, but they can give you a lot of good gear. As you can see, I use my grenade skill and I kill it. So that sometimes happens. You get the proc for it and you deal enormous damage. So let's see what this weapon is actually. What the armor is boots, which gives me 69 health, 5 health regeneration per second and 5% elemental resistance. That's okay, but it's not for me, this is mostly for some tank class. So let me show you the other things. Okay, let's go to the main city so I can show you. Devil's Crusade. Devil's Crusade is your main city, let's call it, and everything you need is right here so far. Let me sell this, I don't need this. So if you have played Titan Quest, you can see similarity like this. These are the, let's call it like orbs, which you need to collect and then combine 3 of them so you can complete the whole orb. And that is like in the Titan Quest, when you get like the, how were they called, the runes, I think you get three of them or 5 of them depending on the rune, and when you complete them you get the bonus, and also you get the bonus for completing the rune, and also specific stats for, let's call it, it enhances your weapon, chest, armor, necklace, accessories and something like that. But in here you have your like 2 new items, which are relics and medals, which you craft from your blacksmith. You get all these NPCs from saving them actually. When you discover the map and you can meet them and you can save them or kill them depending on the things that you want to do. I don't want to spoiler the game, but yeah. So every item or every orb you collect, it uses for creating the items that you need actually. So I can create like 2 green weapons right now, but I don't need them. I only crafted the relics like this one, which increases my damage a lot right now. I don't know if I have some newer relic. This is level 18. This one is 25. Whoa. This one is for level 18 also. So this one, it has 10% for 21 to 35 piercing damage, 8% for pierce damage, 20 cunning plus 10 vitality, 12 pierce resistance, and also you get like a skill which 5% chance to be used, 80% weapon damage, 22 piercing damage and random stat. So but for this you need like this, let's call it epic materials or mats. You get it from rare mobs or bosses, and you have to farm them if you want to get them, but for that you're gonna spend a lot of time. Actually they cost a lot of gold. When you level up like level 30, you won't have this amount of gold. Maybe if you collect everything you drop and sell them, maybe you're gonna have a lot of gold, but I ran out of gold when I created this medal and this relic. I ran out of gold. I used every gold I had. So they pretty much, when you save the blacksmith and you get that quest where you meet him and you actually can take the item that he possesses, and I think you can kill it, or you can tell him to come with you and use that knowledge that he has to create these items that as you can see here. So this item actually increases my stats for like a hunter because it gives me a lot of attack speed, but lowers my offensive ability, which the offensive ability actually increases my chance to hit, which is like a hit rating, let's call it. The more points you have on offensive ability, the bigger the chances to get a hit on the mob, because when you fight with a lead mob or a boss, your chances to get a hit are very low. Actually, I miss a lot of times when I'm fighting like a boss. I'm gonna show you right now. So it helped me a lot right now. So when you have the chance to create these items, you create them right away. And also in here you can see there are like a transcendent relics and mythical relics, but I think those relics are for like the different difficulties, because right now when you complete the normal difficulty you unlock the veteran level and you have like a bigger chance to get rare mobs, and the mobs are also more difficult to fight and they give you better items right now. I have like a good items, but my helmet sucks right now, so I'm gonna have to farm for a good helmet. So most of the time you're gonna get good items, and some items you're gonna get from the boss is gonna repeat. Like I got 3 items, which was a mace, I think, gunblade mace, yeah, guardsman hammer. Got it 3 times, you can see, and in every time it has different stats, which is also very good. And this is also for a set which you can use for soldier. Oh, another thing I forgot to say is that when you hit level 5 I think or 6, you get the option to select the dual class, and I got this class because I'm gonna use it only for the buffs. It has like a very good offensive and also resistance buffs. This stat increases my psychic physics, which increases my health also, and this skill also I'm gonna use, which increases my damage and my offensive build, so it's gonna help me a lot to deal more damage. And you can like, and also you're gonna save a lady, I think, which can remove your stats, which is very cheap. Like right now I use this skill, which is like a cocktail, let's call it Molotov cocktail, which when you cast it you get like a fire spot and it deals damage, and as you power it up you can kill AoE. You have like a very big AoE damage, but I didn't like it because you have to stand on that point on the spot that the fire is on the ground, so you can deal more damage. And on this skill that I use right now, the bomb, it has explosive damage, and the little bombs, the fragments that are released, also deal more damage. So I like this spell more than that skill, and that's why I removed this skill. This skill was like a max level, like from 0 to 12, sorry, and it has big damage, but I didn't like the mechanic of it, so I removed that. I used this one, I maxed it out. But also there's like this spell, or increase, like a buff of the spell, but it has chance to stun the targets for 3 or 4 seconds, and also I think it's gonna increase for every level for 1 second, but it lowers your damage. I didn't like that, because every time I cast this spell the enemies, they die. I don't know if it's because of my level and my difficulty. I don't know for the veteran level, but right now if you get rare items and epic items, you're gonna have very easy time to complete the game. It's not that difficult, but you have to be careful how you fight. I don't know for the other classes, but for this class I can show you some tips right now. One of the things that I encounter and realize is that in most games you use shift and click, so you can stand at that point and you just can cast the auto attack without using the left click all the time and making the mistake to like make click to move there and not attack the target, but just to move there, and you can die from that. And that's why you have to like practice that skill. And the difference is when you use shift and left click, let me show you. You're gonna cast shift and left click. There's like a delay for like a millisecond or yeah, milliseconds, and the attack is very slower. As you can see right now, I have to wait a few seconds, like second or like a millisecond, so it can actually auto attack. And when you use left click, it attacks very much faster. And you have to practice this. You can move like all the time and use the left click, and you keep kiting them, like move all the time and just cast spells. Sometimes when you use the mana, all left is to use the auto attack. And also I have like a lot of potions for emergencies, because sometimes I use all my potions and when I fight the boss I don't have any potions to regenerate my health or my energy, so that's a problem. But as you can see, I just move all the time and left click them. So I don't know, I have practice from the mobile games that I'm playing, so for me it's pretty easy for this mechanic. But for someone else, it uses the default technique for using the shift and left click, like most games, like let's call Diablo or Path of Exile, which you stand on one point and just cast your left click, cast the auto attack. So if you don't want to have delay on your auto attack, just use the left click all the time. Don't use the shift left click. That's pretty easy. I think right here I'm gonna have rare mob, but as you can see, they all died right here. Yeah, they all died. It's pretty easy. I think in here I have to defeat a boss, but it's not here. Let's see. Yeah, that's the skill right here. This skill, black water cocktail, is like this is the animation. You cast it, you get fire on the spot, explosion and fire all the time, and when you stand on it you get damage, and the more powerful the spell is, the more damage you deal. And it's pretty OP spell, but I didn't like it. For me, I don't know for you. If you like that spell, you can use it. It's pretty effective. Oh, this is the rare map. Whoa, as you can see, I can die pretty easily from these mobs, but I kill it pretty easily, as you can see. It stunned me, but right now I'm gonna cast the bomb and you're gonna die. Yeah, he's gonna die right now. Boom, it's dead. And that's the enemy here, and get a lot of experience from it. So, no, I didn't get anything. And the scrap, let's go, the scrap is something like a very important item that you're gonna use. You're gonna use this item for unlocking bridges or giving money to some people for some additional quests. And also you can use this to create the items from the blacksmith. So that's pretty much it, I think. Whoa, what was this? Okay. Let's kill this guy. Is that okay? So right now my skills, I use like 3 skills, that's all. Oh, also I forgot about this skill, which is from my, I think, from my relic, which increases my auto attack. I'm gonna show you right here. And it's like a 5 seconds, I think. Yeah, 5 seconds duration. It lowers my offensive ability, but I get a lot of attack speed, so if I wanna kite the boss, I just use that skill and just auto attack most of, like for 5 seconds until it reaches me, then I just escape. And also from these items, I think I have a bonus. Oh yeah, from this item, it gives me the ability to use dual wield, which is also really good, but the mechanics for it is different. You have to stand and the attack animation is very slow, so I use most of the time the two-handed because it has faster ability. When you move around all the time, you just cast the auto attack. But on dual wield, if you wanna, you have to stand on one point and wait for the secondary weapon to attack, to use the auto attack animation. Otherwise it's gonna use the main auto attack animation, and you have to like stand like 2 or 3 seconds, and you're gonna cast 4 attacks, and the 4 attack is gonna be from the secondary weapon. And I didn't like that very much, so I used the two-handed weapons most of the time. And for every level you get, you have points to increase the three main stats. So for this character I use most of the stunning, and sometimes I use psychic physics, so I can get for my items. Most of the items required me to have like a physics like this one, and like most of the items needed that one. Like every item for some reason, and only the weapons get the main stat they need. Like the mage needs spirit for their weapons, and the soldier needs physics to use the swords or axes or two-handed weapons like this one. So yeah, that's most of it. I think that we have to wait until the game is fully released so you can use the full potential of your character and use dual spec talent builds, because right now only you can use your primary, or you can use few points on the secondary, and I still gonna play a lot of characters. I'm gonna make and max out most of all the classes, so I'm gonna want to study this game pretty much because I like this type of game. I like the mechanic of it. It has like a Titan Quest feel on it, so that's why I'm playing this game so much. Otherwise, I played Diablo, but I didn't stick on it very much, and this game just got my attention very quickly as I just started playing it from the start. So yeah, we talked about the skill trees. There are plenty of skills, but right now you can't use them all. You can't like use 5 skills or 6 skills because you didn't still have maximum level. You have to wait for the full release of the game, but that's gonna take some time. And yeah, the items are also on very different. Every item you get has different stats. They're not the same. Sometimes I got this weapon 2 times, this armor, this soldiers. So this item got better stats than the other one, so I'm using this one. And there's a lot of stuff, but right now, because I don't think you can use the old difficulty. Right now I can use only veteran. Let me play with veteran. You can play elite and ultimate. Right now you can play that. So let's see veteran. Let me test this out. Let's see if I'm gonna die very quickly. Do I need some gear? Because if you wanna play bigger difficulty, and like if you wanna the game to be more difficult for you, you're gonna use this veteran skill. So let's see if they are more powerful right now. It's said that when you fight on veteran, you have bigger chance to deal with elite mobs, rare mobs, and also chance to fight the boss to give you better loot, and these mobs also gonna give you better loot. So right now I don't see any problem with it. I deal the same amount of damage. Nothing is different. So I guess I'm gonna do a different video for this. So right now we talked about the skills, we talked about the items and the talent builds. So I hope you liked the video. If you want to talk about some specific element of the game, please write a comment so I can know and learn more things about that topic if I don't know more things. So if you like the video, please subscribe, like the video, and that helps us a lot. And don't forget to write a comment if you have something to say. Thanks for watching again, and see you in the next video.